So in terms of what we're showcasing on our stand this year, we have a big focus on multi-cloud and specifically our APAC solution. We also are showcasing how Dell is helping with the activation of the metaverse. We're talking a little bit about quantum computing and as well as our consulting services and tools that we help our customers in their journey of their digital transformation. We're also showcasing our workforce transformation, where we're talking about the different personas that the organization might have and which kind of devices they should be using. And there's also like our famous Alienware gaming stand and VR activity. What's also special about our stand, like every year, the presence of our partners and distributors, to who I would like to say thank you for their participation as well. And actually, I'm going to focus more on the first half of the year. And in that first half, we've continued to grow across all our lines of businesses in the Middle East, Turkey, and Africa. And we've witnessed, despite so many challenges, that we are still able to continue that business growth. Yes. And as per the IDC share, we've been able to maintain our leadership position, especially in the infrastructure space and more specifically on the storage and servers portfolios. Look, as you know, Mark, Dell Technologies is the largest today, like IT, if you want, or global IT leader in multiple areas. And we have a lot of solutions, as you mentioned, which help our customers in their journeys and to achieve their business goals. Yet my team and myself, for this year and probably the next, we're being focused a lot on data protection and specifically the area of cyber threats. So today, as these threats are evolving, customers need to protect their data, and especially like with the ransomware attacks and like customers having their data being held at ransom, we have our cyber recovery solution, which actually helps customers to keep always like a true copy of their data in a very isolated, what we call the vault. And this is where actually we've been very focused. And I believe like it's a very, very important area that is not actually tailor-made for just large enterprises. It's for any customer that is generating data today, because data is important and data is thought to be the next digital currency. Definitely, in my opinion, it's very valuable. So I've been in the ID industry for almost like 22 years now, and I've been in the UAE since 2004. So since 2004 until now, I did not miss any single GITEX. And I believe like it's a great platform first for everybody to showcase the solutions. So it's a good platform for us and our partners. And it's also a good platform for customers because they can have a one-stop shop where they can actually talk to multiple providers, they can understand different technologies. And the third thing, which is equally important as well, for people to network, because GITEX for those 5 days is bringing like a lot of people together from different sides of the region, from different, sides of the IT industry. So it's always good to reconnect with ex-colleagues, like partners and customers that you haven't seen for a while. Well, Mark, as you know, and I believe like as we can see even here at GITEX, the technology is evolving very, very fast. And at this pace, sometimes we see innovations and use cases that a few years or even few months, we thought that could be impossible to achieve. So definitely there's a lot of technologies today in the market that is driving, the business. Now, from our perspective at Dell, we decided to focus on 6 technologies or emerging technologies that we believe are going to be key to driving the business in the next few years. And this is part as well of our mission statement, which talks about driving human progress. So, and the 6 technologies, I will mention them like in no particular order, but generally we've seen the cloud, how the cloud evolved. So that cloud evolution, we went from public cloud being the answer to everything. Then we started talking about customers repatriating some of their workloads, and we spoke about the hybrid cloud model. Then clouds became distributed, and this is how we end up in a multi-cloud world. So multi-cloud and the cloud operating model in general is still an area that requires a lot of development and has a lot of opportunities. So we see that this trend is going to continue in the coming years. And the second one would be the edge. And as clouds became more distributed, and we started noticing that sometimes in many use cases we have to create or like take a real-time decision where the data is actually located and not in the core data center or in the public cloud. And this is how the edge surfaced. And we say that edge is going to be the new core in the coming few years, and this is why it's very important. The third one is 5G. And on 5G specifically, 5G comes with the promise of high bandwidth and low latency. And as you know, everything, all the devices become very distributed, and we talk about the multi-cloud world, connectivity is important, and 5G is going to play a very big role in that. Then we talk about the data pipelines. And what I mean by data pipelines is how are we going to manage the data as being created? And it's not the same as managing a database that is stored in your data center, because that data is being created at the edge, in the cloud, at the core, and it's actually moving around. So it's very important as well to have the right data management tools to be able to understand how to manage this data and then at the end protect it and store it and all of that, which is the traditional things that we do. Then comes AI and ML, and AI and ML are like advancing so fast. So most recently, we've seen a lot of advancement, and it was not just about the algorithm, it's about like who takes the decision and who does the job. And recently it was more like the machine does the job while the human takes the decision. But the way AI and machine learning is advancing, we predict that this is going to change in the coming years, and we see like the decision is more coming towards like the machine being as well able to take some of the decisions that we need to take. So in a nutshell, we see a lot of those technologies, emerging technologies, to be the driver of the business, and this is where we're going to be a lot concentrating, our research and development and innovation in the coming years. And the sixth technology, which is equally important and very important, is security. And again, the threat landscape continues to change, and we do have a lot of solutions today about security in the market. Yet what we see is how security will evolve or should evolve is that security should be embedded into everything, into every solution, into every edge, into every data center on the fly. Because if we don't reach a state where security is actually very intrinsic, we're not going to be able to always help our customers to counter the threats that they are facing in the market.